Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Fine, something's probably broken because Neal said everything was working.
That's probably true, but
Doing
so
well.
far, so good.
Mm.
We are here with another lovely episode of Shenanigans, but for those of you who might be watching live and not keeping up with current events or watching on YouTube, you might be wondering what that little white box in the lower left-hand corner is, the one that says Stream On. I don't want to bore you if you've already heard this, but you should go take a look at Twitch or Google Stream On. It is the spiritual successor to INTL's Next Top Streamer. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's a thing that we're doing, and it's going to be fun. But we're doing Shenanigans now, so we're not going to talk about it now. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, that was really, really smooth, guys. I absolutely know how to promote my stuff. I'm great at that.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Neal.
You occasionally nail it.
Like one in
An
10
absolute
times.
master of marketing.
Yeah, I just want to play my games. So you guys are in Shenanigans, and why don't we introduce our characters, because we got some new ones at the table and some characters we haven't seen in a while at the table. So, here y'all are, Shenanigans proper. Let's go around this time clockwise, starting with Bastian. Who are you playing?
Well, I'm playing Big Bad Kane. He was away for a while to have his mercenary exams. And fine. And he is a bit sickly right now. He's sitting there covered in a blanket, his big white-brimmed head a bit drawn over his face. He's sipping some tea, sips, pulls out a flask and pours some alcohol in it, sips again, nods. He is a master knife thrower.
Next in line, we have Nick. Who are you playing today?
Oh, I'm playing Howard, the cat-loving cleric of joy.
Wonderful. And
That
Connar.
probably just has like a little bit of hair on his head after like 1 week after shaving it all off.
Just a little bit of fuzz going on.
The Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
And The Rock. Connar, who are you playing?
All right. So, I mean, you kind of gave it away there. The big surprise. I'm playing The Rock, the Master Dunker, the one and only, the longest surviving character on Shenanigans. And if anyone wants to go with the technicality, you know where to shove it. Technically correct is not the best correct. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, I'm doing great. The Rock's doing great. Let's do some dunking.
All right. And last but not least, we have Jason. Who are you playing today?
Well, not Eulara. That's okay. Today I'm now an elf named Kyla. I'm playing a girl again because I always roll for gender. And let's see, she's got reddish blonde hair and green eyes. She's 5'2", and just kind of sitting there and like relaxed, drinking some ale. She has a bandolier of daggers across on her like clothing. She doesn't wear armor though. And,
Doesn't wear
that's
armor,
about
and
it.
you have 15 AC.
That's just why is that again? Oh yeah, the thief thingy. +2 if I'm not armored or encumbered.
Oh, is that it? Skills and powers?
Yeah.
Freaking
Alright.
thief thingies.
Well,
Just
wonderful.
a little protection, just a little bit.
Smidgen, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So here you guys are in Shenanigans. Actually, that's just Berkshire. Let's actually go into Shenanigans itself. Look at this scene transition. It autos over zoom. It's great. It's beautiful. Where are you guys hanging out in the bar today?
Think
Sure.
Say
Yes.
in the corner.
always.
It's our spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
our spot.
I think I just walked over and sat here. I didn't even say anything.
Well, here you guys are hanging out.
What do you
Relaxing.
say to a guy with like 3 two-handed swords?
No, I remember I had to get rid of one. So I had to get rid of one so I could carry the dragon head home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I've got like a freaking dragon skull helmet, like two two-handers on my back, just like a longsword, MS side,
See, yeah,
doing like squats or something.
there's two of us. A cat on the head and a dragon skull on the head. One is significantly more impressive.
What about Kane? Does he have anything on his head?
A white brimmed head.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he has the most reasonable thing on his head.
My character has hair, unlike my other.
Of the three of us. All right, GG. Well played. Well played.
But yeah,
That's great.
these dudes basically just sat there. Looks really relaxed.
Okay.
What are you guys up to? Just hanging? Chilling?
You know,
Yeah.
exercises.
There's a slightly pungent smell of strong herbal tea, hard alcohol, and perfume coming from Bad Kane.
Yeah, he likes to drink his perfume. Says it makes his breath smell good.
You actually might have. He's a bit sick, so you actually might have grabbed the wrong bottle at some point.
That's probably why you're sick. It's just gonna wind up in an endless cycle of drinking the little perfume because you're woozy.
At least his breath smells fantastic.
That's what they want you to think. They want you to.
Yeah.
Now I'm just remembering the time when we like put what was it, vanilla? The smell of vanilla just through the entire town of Berkshire.
Most people in Berkshire cannot smell vanilla anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
In fact, your generation is now permanent with the scent of vanilla.
If you're an
Yeah.
outsider, go to the right places, you can still smell some vanilla. In the air.
Probably.
They say on a hot summer day, the road comes alive with the scent of flowers.
Or the scent of a bit pungent scent of old vanilla.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
or bees. So you're hanging out when a woman comes on in, middle-aged, tattered clothes, but you know, like a normal peasant. Goes over to Desmond, who nods solemnly and points her in your direction. She kind of
Naturally.
waddles in your direction, looking like maybe she's got some hip problems. She's not like she's in her 40s or 50s, but she's definitely got some hip issues as she comes over towards you. And she says, Desmond has told me 4 of you are the finest heroes in this tavern. Is that true?
Yes.
Is there anyone else in here?
Absolutely.
There are many other people in here.
Okay. Well, that's quite a compliment then.
Hey, we are the finest of the finest.
Well, I have a very important quest for you.
Oh.
Yes.
And
My raccoon is stuck in a tree.
Oh.
He's a cat-eating raccoon, and he chased a cat up there, and the cat escaped, and he won't come down now. Would you please help get him out?
Is he stuck in the tree or does he not want to come out of the tree?
Boy, he hasn't left the tree.
For how long? Like, how long has it been up there?
6 hours.
Nah, it'll be fine.
She looks heartbroken, drops her head, and walks
I mean,
back to
think about
Desmond,
it.
who just points her to a
Think about it.
different.
If the raccoon gets up there, it goes up there, probably knows how to get back down. It's just chilling.
I
She
mean,
dejectedly leaves, and Desmond sends her to another group and leaves with them. They go
Let's
on
be
an epic
honest.
quest.
I was gonna murder that thing.
I
Why
look
would
at
you
the-
murder? It's her pet raccoon.
A cat eating raccoon, Neal.
Whatever.
Just remember,
it's still a
guys,
raccoon.
the way this thing ends up working out, they will probably get paid more than us.
Yeah, Rob's just 500 gold to save my cat from a tree.
Yep.
well, folks, we could have done that. Nothing a simple knife throw cannot fix. Either way.
You know what? You're probably right. It probably wouldn't be stuck in the tree anymore.
yeah, he's got a good point.
Depends.
I mean, I also could have like poked it a couple times. You know, give it a good
Yeah.
prod. A little less lethal, but
Just summon some giant ants. Just climb the tree.
I mean, I also could have just walked up there and picked it up.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
I don't know.
You'd
Those
be
small-
real
well,
good for actually getting things out of trees.
Yeah, you'd probably be fine. Raccoon could probably kill me.
A house cat can probably kill most level 1 people. Okay.
So, you guys are discussing the pros and cons of assistant house cats in battle. When another poor-looking peasant comes in. Actually, a few others have come in, and Desmond assigned them to other people. This is like the 5th person to come into the door since the campaign started today.
Busy
And
day.
Desmond points this 5th person to you. And the guy comes over, kind of kicking at the ground a little bit, and says, "Hey, y'all, you guys free for some work? I got a big problem here."
Well,
What
we
sort of
are-
problem?
We are the finest adventurers in the tavern.
I hope
What's
that
your
ain't the
problem?
bovine flu you got there, because I need you to go fix me some cattle problems.
Nothing a knife can solve.
What sort of cattle problems?
Well, you see, some Minotaurs showed up yesterday and snatched Bessie.
Wait a minute.
Which Bessie?
The only Bessie. What are you talking about?
How many times has freaking Bessie changed hands? Oh my god.
Listen, at this point, the only way Bessie's not dead is somebody slipped a ring of regeneration like onto one of her hoofs.
Are you sure this is the Bessie?
How could you say that? I brought
Well,
along
I
some
don't
of her
know.
milk.
How did
to
she
give
slip
to-
out of the freaking high security farm? How did she
I
get
bought
into
her
the
from
high
the high
security?
security farm.
You bought her from the high security farm.
They went under. Apparently, they were doing illegal things, and they got shut down by the government. And she was sold at auction, but they mislabeled her as Betty, and so no one bought her. But I knew it was up because I recognized her patterning, so I got her for regular cow price. Everyone was real mad. I think the vigilante mob just killed the auctioneer who misnamed her. Actually,
Oh, that's good.
How much
I mean, if
did
they
you
got the
buy?
auctioneer, our work's cut out for us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
How much did you buy it for?
standard cow price. Yep.
Yep.
Which it is?
Well, if you don't know, I ain't gonna tell you.
How much are you paying to try to get Bessie back?
Well, I would very happily
So you
pay
got Bessie-
upwards of 100 gold each to get Bessie back.
Alright, that's pretty good.
That's
all right.
reasonable.
So you paid 2,000 copper for her? Damn.
I ain't telling you how much I paid for her.
Said
I don't
standard
want to
cow
have to
price.
look up the cow prices.
You said standard cow price.
I don't want to have to look them up. Let's ignore this detail.
Got him.
Lady,
Well,
Time to go buy 50
well, you're
cows.
busy not looking up how much a cow costs.
Yeah.
You three ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
sure.
Oh, I guess.
Well, excellent. I asked a buddy of mine, a wizarding buddy of mine. He actually helps me with my farming, to figure out where she went because I placed a special tracking collar in Bessie's ear, so we can always find her no matter where she is.
A collar in her ear?
I know
Okay.
it's a little bit weird. It's like an earring, but it's like a leather strap. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What if she was stolen by a mage?
Well, that would have been real problematic. Thankfully, she was just stolen by some minotaurs, and they're kind of stupid.
Do you know how many minotaurs?
Just the one that I saw, but I bet it had accomplices. Anywho, it is headed south, heading for Bombay, and we'll probably be on a boat by this time. By the time you get to Bombay, it'll probably already be on a boat headed to Minotauria. I think they've captured her for her fine, refined taste and production value. So I was hoping you all could hop on a ship and go to Minotauria and get Bessie back for me. You know, if it ain't too much trouble.
You're asking us to head into a country of minotaurs, and steal from minotaurs.
It
But
ain't
they would-
stealing if it's rightfully mine.
They would consider it stealing.
Well, you might have to deal with them then. But if you're not up to the task,
All of them. a whole nation.
Look, I didn't know what sort of trouble you're gonna run into. If this is too big of a job for you, though, I'll go find someone else who's willing to do it.
Now we can do this. What's a couple minotaurs?
Nothing a knife can't handle.
Exactly.
Y'all fucking crazy, but okay.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Then Batcane stays up. Ugh. I've said.
Yeah, you should have been stretching there, bud.
I've been sitting here for what feels like days.
Should have been stretching, bud.
Yeah, even if you're sick, you should take care of your muscles.
He does some stretches, very loud, cracking stretches. Ugh.
I cast an Orison on you just to be sure.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah, I need those Orisons, man.
Damn Orisons, why? Do you only have like 1 HP or something?
Nah, it's not that bad, but
Oh,
Minotauria.
two?
Well, listen, if we're going on a boat, I'm assuming I'll have enough time for anything, so.
Oh, I don't want to go on a boat.
You get seasick real easily?
No, I just don't want to go on a boat.
Oh, good, I can swim.
Well,
Me too.
I'll do it. But I don't want to.
No, actually,
All
I
right.
can't swim.
So good luck, adventurers. And he digs around in his pockets and pulls out 20 gold coins and hands them over to you, saying, "This is for whatever supplies you need along your way, and boat passage there and back and everything." So
Thank you.
good luck, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need it.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Right. So how would you guys like to get to Minotauria?
Well,
Drunk.
where's the map? Drunk.
This map is incomplete because Minotauria is down that way.
Okay, so it's that way.
Yeah, it's way
Right.
off the map.
They said Bon May, didn't they?
They said,
Yeah.
yeah, she was headed towards Bon May, but you could catch a boat from any port town you wanted.
Or okay.
Probably be a bit faster. We might even be able to catch them if we're fast enough. Like if we just quickly got down to Stoneport, they've got to travel quite a while on the boat to get past Stoneport and down over there. So
Yeah, good idea.
All right. Stoneport it is, I think.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Desmond, I need some traveling supplies. That herbal liquor you have behind the counter.
Yes, the herbal liquor. Let me get you some of that. Here you go. That'll be 400 copper.
4 gold.
Gotcha. I hand him 4 gold.
Excellent. He pockets the 4 gold coins, and you guys head on out. Is there anything you want to do before you leave?
Yeah. While Bad Ken is buying the herbal liquor, gonna make fun of him for buying overpriced alcohol.
Do we
It's
need
not-
rations?
Ecological.
You'll probably need rations, considering it's like 3 days to Stoneport.
yeah, I'll buy some rations.
All right, 3 days of rations. I won't die with less. What? I don't know what I'm saying.
I won't die with no food on me. Yeah, that will show
So-
them.
I think you just
I mean-
keep the statement, "I won't die." Nothing bad has ever happened after someone said that.
Well,
I
you know,
won't die.
Laura never said it, so maybe that says something. I don't know.
And I say it at least once every time I play.
You know you do.
That's right. How much was a dry ration again?
5 silver?
I mean, I just
50.
kind of chuck out like
Or am I thinking
1
5
to 3 gold like every time we need to buy rations because I don't want to look up the price.
Seems fine.
Dry rations are 60 copper.
So 6.
Oh. Okay, 6 silver. Yeah, that was close.
There's no copper, only silver and gold. All who say that copper exists are crazy.
I had to break my money into copper just to make it easier to freaking calculate.
At the end of the episode, we find out Bad Kane is really just in an insane asylum wrapped in a straitjacket, going back and forth about, copper's not real! Copper's not real!
And he will die with his mouth full choking on copper pieces.
Make it happen, Neal.
So let's roll for some random encounters along the way.
Excellent.
Hey.
Come on, basilisks.
I'm squinting the whole time because the light is
That
too
wasn't
bright.
that bad last time.
Wait until you get greater basilisk. Save or die if you said near 'em, people.
All right, you make it to Stoneport in 3 days with no encounters whatsoever. It's a nice, peaceful journey.
Do I sense disappointment?
Yes, but you arrive in Stoneport. The decent town. You know, they built this big stone port for which they are named in order to like try and attract more ships because they've got a better harbor. But they're kind of awkwardly positioned, and no one wants to come there, even if they've got this great port. And so the town is just kind of like, meh. And heavily indebted because they borrowed heavily to.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, that's the feeling of this town. You're like, ooh, Stoneport. This place is going to be kind of cool. And you show up and you're like, it's not even that great of a port town.
So how many gnomes do we see?
Kind of like rotten.
How many gnomes do you see?
Is Berkshire somehow a better port town?
Berkshire, well, it does have a dock. It is almost a better port town. The port in Berkshire is way cooler than the port in Stoneport. But they don't have as much supplies and trading and stuff.
They do have a lesbian bar.
Yes, they do. It's welcoming of all people, really. It's just predominantly visited by that demographic.
It's a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
Basically, Stoneport is, you get that image when you see some ad for fast food, this beautiful looking burger on this picture, and then when you actually open the package,
Yes, that is.
They somehow got the patty like on the bottom of the whole thing, like completely outside the buns.
Yeah, and it's like a little piece of lettuce. The tomatoes are half hanging out, and
Yeah.
Or they've got like one tomato in there.
Someone realized like after they made the burger, they wanted cheese on it, so they just slap it on top.
Yeah.
There's some sauce spilling out of the one side. Of course, once you bite into it, all that sauce will just
Yep. Naturally.
Well, now we need a boat to Minotauria.
So no gnomes, right, Neal?
Nope. There was a family of gnomes here, but they're all dead now.
Okay.
This one wasn't
that,
our
by the
fault.
way, Connor. No, you killed it.
No, I didn't. We never went to Stoneport. That was north.
You weren't here for an episode where the party went to Stoneport to kill the gnome and decided they didn't want to kill the gnome. And so when they got back to Berkshire and said that they didn't do the job got handed over to the Rock. And off screen, you came and murdered a single gnome wearing gnomish plate mail.
We are racking up the count of murdered gnome families.
Yeah.
It is handed over to the Rock.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know if you actually went through with it or not, but they saw the Rock go deal with the gnomish problem.
I probably got halfway there and forgot what I was doing.
Quite possibly. The gnome probably just like tripped and hit his head and died anyway.
Yes. You just put your rock down for a minute, looking away. You're not even noticing the family. They all trip over the rock.
I would say he fell in the ocean and drowned, but he had a lever to take his armor off, so...
Yes,
Gnomes.
it's that special fancy gnomish plate mail that has like an emergency escape lever on it so you can quickly get out, which is just not very useful in combat if the enemy knows about it.
They also try to get it
pull
to
this?
fly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a little... And the whole thing just like falls apart on you. A bitch to put on.
All for the convenience of not needing to take it off at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, that's what happens when you hire gnomes. You're like, I want armor that's easier to take off at the end of the day, and they build you that, but it's like, you know,
They always add a lever. They always add a lever. Doesn't matter what kind of object it is.
You want a lighthouse? There's a lever on the side that turns the light on and off. But really, the lever just like puts up a flag on the inside to tell the gnomes at the top to turn the fire on and off. Just levers everywhere.
So have your kind of small ferries inside the armor. When you pull the lever, a tiny flag points a piece of the armor, and all the ferries cut the leather straps of the armor. Of course, they're
So we're just discussing gnomes and armor as we're on the ship.
Yes.
So, do we even know which Minotaur we're looking for?
Looking for Bessie.
You're
I'm pretty sure they will be like worshipping her. So
We can just ask any Minotaur, have you seen a big cow?
So we can justify it
Jesus
as
Christ.
killing crazy
You can't talk
cultists.
to minotaurs like that. What are you doing?
A random passerby says this. Why?
Right, where
Don't have a cow, man.
some drunken minotaur just says my wife.
Wow,
Have
these
you
maps-
seen my wife? She's like, looks similar to you, but she's a big cow.
You guys are gonna get yourselves murdered so fast.
Yes.
I have to play that.
Well, we're
for
trying to steal Bessie, Neal.
That's true. Okay, so you haven't got on a ship yet, although you can book passage if you want. I was wondering if there's anything you wanted to do in Stoneport before you took off, or are you just like hopping on a boat and going to Minotauria?
More rations.
Took 3 days to get to Stoneport.
Yes, it did.
Sure.
Okay, 3 rations.
Yeah. How long?
How
does
much
it
is
take
the
to
boat
get-
passage?
Yeah.
Merge some files right here.
When we just say the 20 gold pays for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an exact distance. It is like 150 miles by boat to Minotauria.
That's like what? How long?
That's not too bad.
How many days or weeks of travel would that be? Days.
Weeks?
Days. That's gonna be like 2-3 days on a boat.
Okay.
I buy 3 more rations.
Oh, how fast does an ancient boat go? Like,
I'd
10
say
knots?
6 to 8 knots.
6 to 8.
Depends on the wind, also. So
That's the 6 to 8. Like
Alright,
some of
how
them
many
could get
slaves
going
you
up
got?
to like 12 to 13 on like a really good day, and they're built really well. But 6 to 8's reasonable.
Okay, so you can
Just
actually
call it
go
7 miles.
150 miles in a day.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say it's going to be a day or two, depending on weather and effects and all that fun jazz.
Makes sense.
Alright. Creating an image, because I forgot to create an image of Minotauria. I'm stalling. Poorly.
So how about those ferries in that armor?
How do the fairies get there in the first place?
Well, somebody puts them there, binds some leather string around their waist so they cannot fly away, binds them to the nails the string to the plate mail. Of course, if you fall into water and you pull off the armor, they all drown, obviously. But that's no much ingenuity for you.
Yeah, no witnesses. It's all good.
Exactly.
Oops, that way to do this. Doing, Neal, you're breaking it all.
You said at the beginning everything is working. Now you're breaking it.
Yeah.
So here
Good to go.
is Minotauria. You guys
Oh, good.
are arriving by ship.
Childhood Bullwood, Horde
So
Hill.
as you sail in, you're sailing between the Bullwood and Ranch Isle through that little
Island?
passageway
I
here.
see that. Yeah.
Does it look like Ranch Island has ranches on it?
It does indeed. You see pastures filled with all sorts of creatures, mostly cows, but there's also some goats and some sheep and some pigs. Why they have pigs in a pasture, you're not sure, but that they're pasteurizing their pigs.
Well,
and
you need that
llamas.
variance in milk
But it's
flavor.
not Thousand Island.
Yes, pig milk. Very prized among all the people of the world.
You never know.
I've never had pig milk.
Neither have I. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it would be bad.
We're having this conversation with a random passenger on the ship.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think it might just be difficult to get. You know, because like pigs are
Yeah, they
only
don't
so
have
big.
like.
You're not gonna be
Yeah.
able to produce mass quantities of milk from each pig, so yeah. I guess that's why
true.
we don't milk pigs. Good job, team. We figured it out.
They milk
So
the
have you
pigs.
ever seen a pig go wild? That shit's just crazy. You don't want to stand near that.
Neal. All you need is a small amount of pig milk, and then you just get a wizard with metamorphized liquids.
But at some point, it would turn into spoiled pig milk, and you will only do.
Well, yeah, but you just get like a little bit of the pig's milk each day, and then you just get a wizard to make gallons of it.
Maybe that's
some-
how they do it here in Minotauria.
At some point, you can make half-ready pig cheese out of that one bit of pig milk.
Pig cheese, lovely. That definitely sounds like something I want to eat.
No, all right. So we moved between freaking Bullwood and Thousand Island.
Sure.
And then we
there
land.
is, Minotauria has one major settlement, and it is called Minotauria. So the town is Minotauria, the island is Minotauria, and the country is Minotauria. They're all the same thing, which
Okay.
might make it a little difficult to discuss it when you say I'm headed to Minotauria, and people have no idea where you're actually headed.
The island, the land, or the city?
Yes.
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 Isn't the island and the nation both kind of the same thing, though?
Well, their
Still-
territory is probably bigger than just the island.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just the island. I mean, Ranch
Yeah.
Isle has its own name. So
Okay.
Minotauria includes the main hoof-shaped island and the little ranch island, but Minotauria is just the big hoof-shaped island. So
Oh my
I guess
God.
it is a little bit
Why?
bigger.
So they-
It's a
so they don't-
country.
It's a
they don't have
cultural
It's an
difference. Be
island.
sensitive.
It's a freaking city.
Uh,
It's stupid.
It's
Uh,
also
can
a
I-
code of laws.
It's a code of laws.
Yep. The Minotauria is their book of laws as well. So,
Oh my god.
and,
How
you
do
This
know,
is why you don't let a bunch of cows make the freaking rules. Before you know it,
is there a
Alright, well-
minotaur on this
they
ship?
just name everything the same thing, and then they get really mad at you when you make one pun.
You know, that's a good question. Are there minotaurs on the ship?
You know, there are. There are 4 Minotaurs on the ship. Luckily, they are in a different spot. They haven't overheard your conversations, let's call them, and so you're all just fine.
I'll probably go
So
up
I
to
guess
one on the journey and ask for a copy of Minotauria. The Code of Laws.
So you
Yeah,
ask
'cause
one of the Minotaurs on the ship
Because everyone
for a
just
copy
carries the laws around.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
you guys
help
don't
me
carry around
understand
your freaking-
Minotauria.
Every single federal law in your pocket.
Oh my god.
Sorry. We Minotaurs are mostly an illiterate bunch. We don't carry around Minotauria with us.
So,
But maybe when you get to Minotauria, you can head to Minotauria and ask for a copy of Minotauria.
okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
What?
So what I do
Why?
So what I do is I examine them to see to figure out how viable my backstab is if I need it.
Well, when they're sitting down, it's pretty good. But when they're standing up, they're like 7.5 feet tall. And you said you're 5 foot something?
5'2".
5'2".
Yeah. So you're gonna get a penalty on your backstab because only the lower key organs and blood vessels are accessible to you, and none of the upper ones.
Kidneys are pretty
I don't
important.
think so, Neil.
Liver's
Like,
pretty
the
good.
arm length above, you can probably hit the neck.
Yes, but not as easily as if they're your height. You're at a disadvantage because of the awkwardness and
But hitting
I don't know. It
How
would be a
tall is a
little awkward
Minotaur?
trying to, like, stab, like, right in front of you than it would be overhead.
I'm saying if you're normally skilled at backstabbing, murdering people your size, and you're encountering a person of a vastly different size, there's going to be a penalty. I think that's a pretty reasonable ruling.
Are they actually
Well.
large?
They are size large, yes.
Oh, well, we have someone for that, so that's not a big deal.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oops, I could have again. Sorry, Neal.
I go
Now, Neal, the real question is, with summon monster, is there just going to be only like cows to summon on this island?
Don't. So
You shouldn't have asked that question. We're gonna have to find out
you know
what
how they-
happens.
Yeah, dude.
we've got this saying. It's loose lips sink ships. Those are some very loose lips, and your ships are very sank.
Okay.
I mean, apparently the laws of magic bend towards the laws of the land.
I mean, I would say that the laws of magic bend towards what is really funny and kind of what screws up the player a little bit in a ridiculous
Yeah.
manner.
Laws of
Yeah.
the world. I go up to Howard. Maybe you should ask, instead of a copy, what are some important rules for outsiders to know?
Yeah, fair enough. I'll ask when we get there.
Right. You guys arrive in Minotauria.
All right.
The triple M.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, you arrive in Triple M, like that.
Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs? What?
They are
Sorry,
also-
Mariners,
the
Marauders.
military is also called triple M.
Mariners, Marauders, and Medivacs.
Best combination in StarCraft. If you can actually get StarCraft to work and not lag every time you try and open it. I can't play multiplayer in
This
StarCraft anymore.
Starcraft, is that something like chess?
So you arrive. The boat pulls up to the dock district, and everyone hops off. You pay your fare, and you're standing around, seeing just a bunch of Minotaurs everywhere.
Yeah. I'm
They're
like,
all
wait.
snorting at each other.
Like, wait a
too.
second. How are we gonna find her?
Look for an official. I look around.
Bessie is very distinct. I've seen her many times.
Yeah, well, okay. I haven't.
This cow has a lot of blood on her hooves. So don't worry. I kind of know where to find that.
And a lot of meth in her system.
And a lot of meth in her system.
Well, that is a good question. Rock, how well can you tell cows apart? What is the Rock's backstory? Who were you before you were the Rock?
Neal. I just see a cow and assume it's Bessie.
Yes!
All right, this is gonna
That
be
makes
fun.
more sense.
Unless it's like very clearly not Bessie. Like, oh, that's like half of a cow. That's not Bessie.
Okay, I wanted to ask, how racist are you right now about that
That's
question?
not racist if you can't tell cows apart. That's just common
I mean,
everyday
between
activities.
minotaurs and cows.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a little bit different. That's not even racist though. That's just like
Species.
no.
No,
It's just like straight up mental problems.
Yeah, that's like
because
delusional.
minotaurs are bipedal and cows are quadruped. It's like
They're like both cows. It's the same thing. The same thing.
Okay, but if you see one on all fours, then do you get mixed up?
Then you can get confused, and it's perfectly acceptable.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Yep.
Do I see any? Do I spot a minotaur that looks like an official? Maybe he does not have only weapons or armor or whatever they have.
There's
or
a
nothing on him.
minotaur with a big red sash going all the way across from his upper left shoulder to his lower right hip.
No, that can't be it.
Talk to that.
Now, Neal, I want to ask immediately: has there been anyone with armor, or are they all just like?
They all seem to have
Unarmored.
some sort of sash or bandolier. Some of them are made out of leather and have like buckles across them. And many of the minotaurs are wearing loincloths. They vary from like very loose, heavy loincloths to tight leather loincloths.
Only many of them wear loincloths?
Many of them, about 5%, maybe 10%, are in the buff.
Okay.
Very well.
Alrighty then.
Except for their sash. You know, everyone's got the bandolier, or this one has a big red sash.
Hey, I have a bandolier of daggers.
You'll fit in.
Cool.
Perfectly.
I mean, I practically have a bandolier of swords.
I have 2 bandoliers of knives under my arm, under my jacket.
All right. But how do we find Bessie again?
Maybe she's on that island over there.
We look for the cow with the freaking hoop thing, loop collar.
You don't have you don't have some kind of locate animal spell or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna look around. Neal, do I see any animals?
Yes, there are a whole bunch of cows in a pen that have been just loaded off a ship.
Boom, found some cows. Look at that. Locate animal.
We should have asked that guy how the collar what the collar looks like.
He said it's like a leather freaking loopy thing on her ear.
On her ear. Also, there's a bunch of cows being let off a ship. Should we look for Bessie there?
Probably.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, then.
I look intently.
There are many cows.
I'm looking at the ears.
You know, you see a couple of cows with holes in their ears as if they had tags or something once upon a time, but no longer is there something hanging there.
No earring.
Did anybody of you actually see Bessie before?
Yes.
Do you remember how she looks like? Or what she looks like?
She had the white fur with the black spots. I believe she'd never been freaking described, honestly.
Well, my character's never seen her, so I can't say any crap that I've heard before.
I can't remember if this particular character has seen Bessie.
I know how. So we just gotta find some meth. We should have grabbed some to go with us. Bessie freaking loves that stuff. You can show it to the cow and like Bessie, she has quite the reaction to meth. She'll like start getting real friendly with you.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't bring any methamphetamine with you.
But don't worry, we can probably buy it from the Minotauria black market. I don't know why it's a black market, but it could just be like made out of ebony or something.
I look over to the bunch of cars getting led away off the ship. Are there any that are white with black spots and have a hole or anything in their ear?
Yes.
Many of them?
Yes.
Damn it!
You're
foiled again!
You're getting the distinct impression that it might be difficult or impossible to tell Bessie apart from the other cows just with visuals.
Does she respond to her name?
Probably not. She didn't really.
Where are the cars being led?
It seems like the only
many of them are just like in a pen, having just been loaded off ships. Some of them are being there's like a herd being pushed through the streets headed east.
All right, cool. So yeah, guys, we need to get some meth. Like, really gotta get it.
Yeah. I'm not into drugs. He said.
No, it's not for us, Dinglewad. It's for freaking.
I know. I just don't know how to acquire some. And she pulls out the herbal liquor, opens the bottle, and just takes a swig. Drugs are really not my thing.
I mean, last time we had to do this, we found a drug dealer who's like legit and everything. Yeah, we asked him and he sold it to us, and I think in the end we ended up killing him, but it's all good.
Sounds legit. Well, he was doing something illegal, so yeah.
No, it was
I
perfectly
don't think
legal.
it's illegal.
You know how to do it, man.
We don't know the laws here, so...
Yeah, we should probably go find Minotauria.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's just ask. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you do?
All right.
I'm gonna go try to find someone who has a copy of Minotauria.
Okay.
I'll go with them.
All right.
Later.
The whole party goes together. You find what appears to be a library near the docks.
Okay.
It's quite a large building, as everything is here, because all the doorways are like 8.5 or 9 feet tall, and the floors are like 12 feet each. So you step on in the library, and there's books all over the place, and there's a Minotaur that comes up and walks over to you guys and goes, "Mrrr, mrrr, mrrr."
Common,
Oh, yes.
do you
Of
have a
course.
copy of Minotauria?
In
I'd
common.
like to learn the laws of the land.
The Minotaur rifles around through some books and comes up with one.
Okay.
Dusts it off and hands it over to you and goes, "Oh, it's about 40% in common, and the rest of it is still in Minotaur."
Would you be able to help me? I can give you 5 gold to help me learn the laws of the land.
All right.
That's a lot.
What do you need to know?
What's illegal? What'll get you sent to prison?
They begin to
Okay.
list, sort of the laws of the land. It all seems pretty regular. You can't kill someone unless you've challenged each other to combat, or they like slapped you in the face, or some sort of like initial battle begins. Once you're in a mutual fight, you can kill each other as all you want.
Okay.
But like straight up murdering people who aren't expecting it, really, really not allowed.
Okay, so as long as we tell them first, it's okay.
I mean, once you're fighting somebody, then they can be killed. You just can't like murder unsuspecting people. It's not
Don't
honorable.
worry, guys. I've got this.
Connor just has a sword pointed at everyone going, fight me.
No, it's better than that. It's much more subtle.
Now
Okay.
we just have to find her and challenge the owner to a
Now,
duel.
anything about drugs?
No hormones or antibiotics in any of the beef. All right? It's really bad for long-term development of our cows, and it promotes super bacteria. Now, I don't know what these
Okay.
words are. It's just what the clerics have told us, and so we wrote it down.
Super bacteria.
Super
What?
bacteria. Yeah.
What
I asked if we
some-
could kill it with an axe, and they said no. So I don't really understand what it is, but okay.
So it would be against your law if someone would bring a cow who has been livestock, into the country that has been fed drugs. That would be illegal, right?
I'm not a legal scholar, just a librarian. But I feel as long as they were not enhanced here, it would probably be okay.
Oh, okay.
What sort of drugs
Okay.
are you talking about?
God, there's so much strong man.
M30?
Amphetamine.
Amphetamine, oh. God, I thought you were talking about the hormone suppressor.
What?
Don't worry about it. Amphetamines, well, make for good warriors. Don't know why you'd feed it to livestock. Seems ridiculous.
Yeah,
It
real
just
crazy.
seems like you'd create expensive and unruly cows.
Yeah.
Seems fairly ridiculous to give cows methamphetamine.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, that'd be pretty crazy.
So,
Yeah.
do you know of any place to buy meth?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Do you know of anywhere we could buy some meth?
Well, if you go down to the arena, it's given out to all the combatants, but it's not actually sold. So, if you win and survive, I guess you'll have some leftovers.
Rock?
All right, what do you fight at this freaking arena thing?
Anyone who wants. It's a battle for honor.
Honor. All right.
1v1?
Of course.
To the death.
I mean, I suppose you could surrender, but what would the point of life be after surrendering? I suppose you folks might want to surrender. You would
Come back
shame
and
yourselves
milk another
badly
day.
here, but
Rules on
please.
magic?
Minotaur just looks at you without saying anything.
I mean, like, if the combatant has magic, wants to give himself a nice touchy.
My friend just puts his hand in front of Howard's face.
I hide in shadows.
I mean, he's got two right there to hide.
Shadows.
Just put my hand on his face and I kind of push him just backwards. If he stumbles, I don't care.
Have any other absurd questions about narcotics?
Probably.
Do you have any catnip?
I successfully hid.
Well done. You have a 56% hide in shadows?
60.
A level
Because
what?
base, not wearing armor, and then I put it up by 30.
Nice. Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, you are hiding.
Wow.
I ask, is there catnip around?
Catnip. Yes. They occasionally use the catnip to help amp up the lions for when you fight lions in the arena. They
Okay.
stuff it in your armor when you go to fight them. Helps
fight
get them
saber
extra
tiger?
ferocious.
You fight saber tigers? I hear they're pretty deadly.
Nah, they're not that bad.
Sometimes. It's usually whatever we can import. And saber tigers are a little bit hard to get our hands on. They usually kill the people who are trying to capture them. A real problem.
Oh, I bet.
I have a question. Is all the livestock taken over to that ranch island?
No. Oh, you new people. It's so difficult to deal with you. Look, there are 4 great pasture lands here. There's Ranch Island, there's Greenland, there's the West Pasture, and the East Pasture. And I've listed those in opposite order in order of greatness. So Ranch Island is where the finest pastures can be found. The best grazing land in the whole of Arcadia found on Ranch Island, and only the greatest cows can live there. Greenland has top-notch grazing land. It's wonderful. West Pasture, also beautiful territory, wonderful grazing land. And East Pasture is your also fantastic grazing land. It's only on par with the rest of the continent. So, yes.
I'm sure.
That answer your question sufficely, humans.
Sure, thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you for steering us in the right direction.
Happy to help.
Is that a pun?
Is it time for you to move on?
It is, in fact, time for us to move on.
Wonderful.
That
One last
pun,
question.
Conrad.
Sorry. Livestock acquired in Dracos, in the northeast. Is there something you put that one in?
I don't know why you would import livestock. Seems ridiculous.
I mean, we saw some ships.
We just saw like a bunch of cows getting off a ship.
Coming from Greenland or Ranch Island.
Okay.
That's what you have to tell yourself.
Thank you.
We need meth.
Humans are strange creatures. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, we are. We're the strangest of them all.
All right. Well, good day. And the librarian goes back to their...
Oh, there it goes.
Ta-ta.
Good day.
All right.
And,
I follow. I come out of the shadows.
Oh. Good.
All right.
It's good.
I think with that, we're going to go to our first break. And when we come back to break, hopefully the players will know how to track down Bessie in the land of cows. I'm sure the 4 of you are intelligent people, and if you put your brains together, you can figure out a reliable way of detecting Bessie. So we'll see you on the other side of a break. Bye-bye.
I mean, yeah.